Hey, what's up?
You called me.
I did. Do you have time for a chat? Or, I don't know, do you have to run off and find Faye?
You're mad.
No. Just having a little fun.
Would you tell me if you were mad?
Of course. We're friends.
Glad to hear it.
You said so. But anyway, I'm not mad.
Maybe I'm the one who should be mad after that stupid stunt you pulled.
Stunt?
Stealing,
Borrowing?
borrowing that javelin.
Come on. A couple of hiccups, but overall a successful run. Tactically solid, and it all turned out great in the end.
Tactically solid? Come on, it was a mess. You were lucky I was there.
That's fair. But you have to give me some points for ballsiness.
Since it all turned out, yeah. Points for sheer overconfidence.
It was fun, though. Wasn't it? And you. You were something else out there. Smashing Dominion left and right. You're fantastic.
You know, Owen, I'm never quite sure when you're being straight with me.
Ha! We'll start with probably not. It's safer that way. Come on. I'm an open book. What do you want to know?
Did you always want to be a cipher?
I never wanted to be a cipher. It wasn't my choice, but I have the gift. I was one of 6 kids. It made sense. Parents saw it as an opportunity. Except, they didn't tell me. Just dropped me off. My dad was crying, but I didn't know why.
Where was your mother?
Jail. We were poor, but I guess she was a thief, really.
How old were you?
8.
The chance to be a cipher is pretty special.
Sure. I can see where it all makes sense. I just wish they'd asked me, you know?
And what changed in you when you became a cipher?
What, you mean besides the feeling that the people I love could be one step from abandoning me for my own good? I'm kidding. You meant the thing where every cipher is a little broken. What's my broken bit? Nothing important. Doesn't matter. In the end, a cipher can hear the anthem. Hear it. The music of the gods. Who wouldn't give up almost anything for that?
You?
Oh no, I would. Anything. Anyone who says different is a liar.
Got a minute to talk?
Unless you're suited up for a mission, I've got all the time in the world. Honestly, I'm surprised you agreed to take the job from Corvus after everything.
I'll admit, now that I know what I'm doing, I kind of want a rematch with the Heart of Rage.
That was probably not the best mission to take a new freelancer on.
Well, you learn more from failure, right?
We all did. The living, anyway. Although for most, the lesson was stay out of the Heart of Rage.
To be fair, that's a good lesson.
We can't just ignore it and hope it goes away. It's turning everything around Freemark to ash.
Is that why you've been so determined to go back? To stop the cataclysm?
No, but let's say that's why. It sounds better than I just want to solve the puzzle.
Which part is the puzzle?
Which isn't. Freemark was built on top of the cenotaph. Why? To protect it? To hide it? What happened to awaken it? Did the Dominion intend to unleash the storm? Why didn't they escape? Why did our expedition fail? What knocked our lancers out of the air?
You really think you'll find answers?
Does it matter? The world is filled with mysteries. Chasing the solutions, that's where the fun is.
Of course, chasing solutions tends to end in death by angry cataclysm.
Let's try to avoid that part. I came here from Anthem back in the day. Can you imagine? Beautiful, civilized Anthem. To the frontier. Because I wanted to see what's out here through a Lancer's eyes. In that respect, I think we're alike.
Well, I certainly like seeing through a Lancer's eyes myself.
We're pretty much twins then. Don't worry. I'm sure I can back you up in the field just as well as Owen can.
Trouble at the graves, eh?
Yeah, outlaws.
The links you recovered. Priceless to me, but...
Wouldn't buy a hot meal?
nor a bottle of Fortuo brew. Ah, so much history destroyed when the Grand Wall in Freemark fell. Who we lost, what they accomplished.
That last grave I visited.
A friend. He never came home. I made that marker for him. For now, I have many stories to write and glasses to raise.
buddy. I need some advice on my, delicate regulator situation.
The whole losing your javelin suit in a card game situation?
That's the one. So, I head over there to see if I can make some kind of deal. Like we talked about, right?
Did they listen?
Well, they were sort of listening at first. I was going on about all the valuable stuff just waiting to be discovered beyond the wall. Piles of it. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure. What did they say?
They kept insisting I hand over my suit. Said freelancers can't be trusted.
A group of actual criminals said freelancers can't be trusted?
That's when things got away from me.
Did you...
Start a fight? Hell yeah, I did.
With members of an organized crime gang?
Just a few of them. Damn. I've probably made everything worse.
Who knows? Maybe they'll back off now. You might be too much trouble.
I am a lot of trouble.
Do you get into these situations a lot?
No. Well, yes. Somebody thumps their chest, and I have to do the same. The occasional sentinel has gotten involved. Maybe two. Sexy bad choices.
So what happens now?
I guess at some point I could arrange a meeting with some high-up boss type. Try and fix this?
Bold move. Do it sooner rather than later, okay?
Sooner. Absolutely. You want to come with me?
I do. Stronger together, right?
Great. You and me, big star. Cracking heads.
Not cracking heads. Shaking hands, righting wrongs. That's what we're doing.
Oh no, just kidding. I have a few things to do first, but...
Don't wait on this, Wraith. As soon as possible.
Right. Of course. I'll let you know.
Don't forget to check in.
Halleck.
Hey there.
Are we on speaking terms?
Depends on what you have to say.
How about we start by breaking the ice? It's been 2 years. What happened?
People go their separate ways. That day in the heart of rage, you forgot about it. Faye and I didn't. Simple as that.
No one could forget that day, Halleck. All those freelancers we lost, it's still on my mind.
Is it? Because you bounced right back.
There was a choice. We're freelancers.
Doesn't mean we're all the same.
We all wear a javelin, don't we?
Oh, no. You don't get to show up out of nowhere and start interrogating me. So how about this? Outside the job, we're just two, I don't know, long-lost cousins getting to know each other again. See what happens.
I'll bite. We start fresh.
Well, some of us are 45 years old, so fresh is being kind. Maybe I'm your uncle.
Maybe we'll even be friends.
Sure, kid, as long as we're pretending. But on the job, don't think I'll go easy on you.
I have it. I finally have it.
What's going on?
The runes were indeed the key. Madness to think they were there all the time, waiting.
You found something?
An excellent question, to which I have an excellent answer. The final resting place of the Elysian manuscript.
Sounds like I'm going on expedition.
The runes speak of a special vault in a high tower built on a mountaintop. Objects of power were brought there. Shaper relics, artifacts from beyond the Hesperian tide.
And a manuscript?
Indeed. A very special manuscript.
Okay, tower on a mountaintop. Shouldn't be too hard to find, right?
Princess Zim. I've heard so many stories. Was she as fierce as they say? Did you get to experience the splendor of her banquet table?
Yeah. Something like that.
Super.
freelancer, you're back. Okay.
Nice to see you too, Bryn.
This might actually be a good thing.
Might?
A few beacons have gone quiet in the wilderness and we're short-handed. Those beacons are vital to my work here. If they're broken...
So I should go fix your beacons.
Ah, perfect. I'm so glad you offered.
My pleasure.
Good, good. I'll talk to you in the field.
No problem.
People on...
Hello, Burndle. How's the fort maintenance game?
It's challenging. People continue to ignore glaring safety issues. It's only a matter of time until someone is seriously injured.
Come on. Is it really that bad?
We have a cable problem. There are electrical cords and ropes strewn about all over the fort. This is a serious tripping hazard.
Really?
A mechanic tripped in the forge area yesterday and broke her thumb. That accident was 100% preventable.
Accidents are always going to happen. It's part of life.
That's the mindset I'm determined to change. I will implement a bylaw that requires people to properly bundle or store all loose rope and cable.
You want to make loose cords illegal?
Yes. And standing water.
Standing water? You mean puddles?
Standing water is a breeding ground for insects and should be cleared within a reasonable time after a rainfall. Puddles not only get your feet wet, they're another tripping hazard.
How will you bring in the bylaw?
I have a petition I expect you to sign.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sign the petition.
That's a shame. This bylaw will make our civic environment safer and more livable. I'm trying my best to create a fort we can all call home.
That's nice. I'm sure people appreciate it.
They will, eventually. Did you know we're refurbishing the fountain?
That must be difficult.
It is. I'm very busy. That's why I need to cut this short. Goodbye.
I learned that one? I'm so glad to see you. I've been wanting to warn you about the bar owner.
Okay.
Her name is Max.
All right.
Now be careful with her. I'm telling you this as a friend.
So you think we're pals or something?
Yes, I feel very close to you. I mean, that's why I'm telling you this. It's for your safety.
Got it.
Okay, so I heard Max has connections to the regulators. Word in the fort is, if you owe her money and don't pay up, you could end up face down in a Scar encampment, torn apart by Wyvern.
But if she's got regulator connections, why wouldn't she turn you over to them?
Hey, I'm just telling you what I heard, because I don't want you to get hurt.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome, my friend.
Hey there. Piece of advice?
Okay, where do I start? Your temper can get to.
No, I'm saying from me to you.
Oh, sure. What have you got?
This fight with the Monitor, burn it into your brain. Someday it'll be the good old days. The legend that gets freelancers excited. And reminds you what badass feels like.
Thanks, Alec, but I've got badass covered already.
Ha! Listen to you.
Just saying.
Saying ain't the same as doing. Old man Halleck here defined the badass. That rogue Ursix that terrorized Shadow Gap Trench? I put the final bullet in its brain. Or that battle of Wyvern Horde at Indigo Vale? I was there.
Yeah? What was it like?
A dozen freelancers dropped in from above. Down a sheer cliff, landed in a circle on an outcropping. Nothing but death below. No margin for error. Had to surround him. 12 pairs of boots hit the ground in unison. 12 guns started blazing. And a bunch of wyvern died wishing they never met a freelancer. It was magnificent.
All right, I'll give you that one. Pretty impressive.
Badass.
Sure, until I redefine badass.
Hasn't happened yet.
You'll see. Later, Alec.
Ah, freelancer. I'm finishing up a few stories for the wall.
This a bad time?
No, good time. The task is better with company. This is not the Grand Wall of Freemark, but it's a good start.
Why do you do this? The wall, the stories, all of it. For the history books?
I'm not that vain. Well, not about these things. You never saw the Grand Wall, eh? Oh, people came from every corner of Bastion to see it. They read our stories. They believed in us.
People haven't changed. They'll see the work being done and come around.
Of course they will.
What is it?
My friend, the one I lost, I can hear him doubting us both. He could be a stormy sky. But I could make him laugh, huh?
You said he was a freelancer?
Yes, Garnet. Freelancer Garnet. I helped him pick that call sign, you know. It fit. He had a bad start, but survived it all. Oh, tough, that one. But one rainy day, he didn't come home.
What happened?
I don't know. Not all of it. Not where he fell. You see, I have his name, but not his story. This pains me.
He was beyond the wall making things better. The details don't matter.
Of course. I know this. Just... it pains me.
Someone was counting on him to be there. And he was.
That is why I send you out there to pay your respects. To gather stories for our wall. Maybe one day, you bring his story back. You tracked down Howling, yeah? Oh, one of the greats. Such a wonderful laugh. Hope he finds it again.
We'll see.
Hey, thanks for being here to help sort out this whole javelin suit thing. This is her. This is who we're meeting.
Max.
Freelancer? Looking out for this troublemaker?
If it keeps her alive and the streets safe, absolutely.
Couldn't agree more. We're all here to keep the peace and live well, right? This speaks well for you, Rice.
Good. He can do the talking. Wait, you didn't piss her off at some point, did you?
Did I?
Not so far.
Perfect. This is already going really well.
Not so fast. Wright is on the hook for a suit, plain and simple. A card game is as good as a contract to these people.
Look, she tried to cut a deal. Not the suit, but something of equal value.
I heard that went badly.
There may have been some punching.
Bad choice?
Sexy bad choice.
What?
Not important. What needs to happen to fix this?
Easy. She works for me.
No way. I'm no regulator.
I'm not looking for a regulator. I need a freelancer I can trust. You do the work for me. Proper contracts, I assure you. And I make the more unpleasant regulators go away.
I'm not sure about all this.
If the contracts are legitimate, it might be a good deal.
A freelancer in a suit is worth far more than selling your suit for parts. I have things I need done, and I don't want sentinels in my business.
Crap. It does get me out of this mess and back in the field.
Sexy danger?
Yeah, okay. Sexy danger.
What?
Not important. You have a deal.
Freelancer. How goes the battle?
Fighting the good fight.
What I wanted to hear.
How's the Thunder business?
Good. Word's gotten around that freelancers are something special again.
Doing what we can. How'd you get into this work anyway, Prospero?
It found me. Nothing in this world makes a statement like Shaper relics. Talk about fearful awe.
Silencing relics can be nerve-wracking. They're like crazy time bombs about to go off. Except it's not an explosion. It might be giant spiders.
Or worse.
Sounds like you saw something.
When I was young, maybe 18, I was an engineer for a trading caravan. One day we hear a rumor. They say a Titan's been spotted in the area. We were young and stupid, so we got it in our heads that taking a Titan down meant we wouldn't have to be traders anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's up there with jumping into a volcano.
Seemed like a great idea at the time. So this Titan, it's leaving a trail of destruction and rumors wherever it goes. Biggest Titan anyone's ever seen. Weeks go by. We've tracked it all the way to the Western Pass, into the Great Expanse. Finally, we corner it in a valley, and that's when I felt it. Deep in the bones dread. It wasn't just one Titan. It was 3 of them, joined together.
You're kidding me.
All standing around a Shaper relic, melding together. Right before my eyes, it was staring right at us. This gigantic thing that shouldn't exist. Took us all of 15 seconds to turn our Strider around and never look back. But I did. I was mesmerized. It was powerful, fearful, awful. Then it pointed to the sky, and the thunder answered. It's a moment I'll never forget.
It's amazing. I can't believe that happened.
I know it did. That thunderclap, we felt it. So loud my eardrum blew out.
Wow.
That's why I do what I do. I sell the thunder. If every freelancer can invoke the same awe I felt that day, you'll win every time.
Always fun talking to you, Prospero. See you later.
Back at you.
Hey, welcome back to Uncle Vonnie's.
Thanks.
Some exclusive alloys and compounds came in this week. I can't say how we obtained them, but your Javelin will thank you if you pick some up.
You're very persuasive, Serena.
Thanks, I've been practicing. I'm glad you're here. I want to tell you about my Koroks adventure.
Oh yeah, I want to hear what happened.
Okay, so it was a beautiful day, and it took us a while, but we finally found a baby Koroks. When I started to pet him, he looked at me with all his eyes, and he made the most adorable grunting sound, which, in retrospect, was probably a call of some kind, because his mom showed up, and whoa, she was mad. And so quick.
Were you hurt?
That was the weird thing. I was petting the baby, but his mom only went after my cousin Dalton. He had his gun, but that Koroks was on him hard and fast.
Okay.
Here's the thing, he took a good hit and he flew a long way. But when he got up, nothing was broken. And he didn't even have a mark on him. Lucky, huh? But he started peeing blood yesterday, so he's gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he probably should.
On the bright side, I did get to pet a baby Koroks.
That's something.
It sure is. Oh, don't forget about that new stock we brought in.
I'll try not to.
Freelancer, I trust your reunion with Halleck and Faye was productive.
There are a few less Dominion who will be bothering us.
Always good. So what's the next step?
The tomb of General Tarsus. They think her original javelin is still there.
I'll assume it's for more than just a historical tour.
Faye says that javelin could get us into the heart of Rage.
Then I'm glad I could bring old friends back together.
Well, we're still getting, reacquainted.
Make it work. In the meantime, Corvus has other jobs that might interest you.
You know me. I'll take any job I can get.
These aren't your usual run-of-the-mill contracts. They're tough.
I can handle it.
Then talk to my agent, Sev, for a full briefing. He's in the bar. Or rush in if you want. I know that's more the freelancer style. Whichever the case, keep up the good work.
come see me when you have a minute? We've got a complication.
But when we get to Anthem, we'll eat whatever we want.
Thank you for coming to see me.
You said there was a complication? What's happened?
I took a look at the intel Zim gave us.
It's no good.
She promised us 1 location. She delivered 5.
Well, all right, that's, unexpected.
Zim's data is a fragment of text from the Legionnaire Leotrel the Unbroken. She was the General's right hand and, according to legend, the one who laid Tarsus to rest. The text mentions guardians and 4 tombs that must be visited to find the Javelin of Dawn. The data's barely readable. I'll try to get more out of it while you and Owen look for these tombs.
Right. Send me the locations. I'll check them out.
One of the 4 amplifiers has a very distinctive aroma. It's not good.
Hey!
I hear the Legionnaire's tombs won't open for just anyone. You need to prove yourself worthy by completing their trials.
Remember when this place was called the Shifty Koroks?
Are you Sev? In the flesh. You must be the freelancer Tassin hired. Huh. You actually look capable.
Were you expecting otherwise?
No? Well, sort of. I'm used to getting scraps, not resources.
I thought Corvus would have plenty to go around.
Oh, they do. But I'm in the proverbial doghouse. Long story short, I pissed off the wrong people and ended up in this shithole.
At first glance, Fort Tarsus may not seem like much, but...
It's a shithole. The bar doesn't even have a name.
I used to, but...
I know the story. All the stories. Let's just talk about the job. Corvus has received reports of Scars ambushing supply caravans.
Pretty standard.
Except they were using some new acidic weapon. Extremely potent, not the usual Scar fare.
Scars are scavengers. They must have gotten the acid from somewhere.
Great minds. I had a scout follow a trail of the gunk to a possible source. Your cipher has the coordinates.
A possible location, that's all I have to go on?
Didn't realize you wanted me to go easy on you. Look, I did the legwork. Now it's your turn to do the heavy lifting.
And if this lead turns out to be a dead end?
You'll still get compensated. I'll even throw in a drink for your efforts. Speaking of which, mine's getting warm. Call me when you're on your way.
Do I smell manticore?
I'm sure you do. You should try it sometime.
Regretfully, I have. I've been looking for you, freelancer.
Why does it feel like you want something?
Because I do.
Do you ever get tired of being a spy?
Sometimes, but what's truly tiring is being called a spy.
So if you're not a spy, then what are you?
I'm an intelligence agent. Now that I've answered your question, I've got one for you. Tell me what happened in the Heart of Rage.
Anything specific?
You went in with some of the finest Bastion freelancers. Why didn't they make it back?
It was chaos. Your guess is as good as mine.
Every other survivor was physically injured or psychologically scarred.
I was lucky.
Then you barely caught your breath before you started picking up contracts again.
Yeah, so...
So why weren't you damaged?
I'm fast, and I'm good at dodging.
That's kind of general.
I mean, I'm hard to hit. I'm elusive. That's probably what kept me alive. Sorry if you were looking for something deeper.
That's all right. So why go back to work so quickly?
It's what I do. I'm a freelancer. I figured getting back in the suit would make it easier to move on.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, right.
I may not be a Lancer, but I've been in this fight a long time. I've lost friends, too.
So are you damaged?
Probably.
You hide it well.
I work for Corvus. It's part of the job.
I get it.
I know this wasn't easy. Next time, we'll talk about something else.
Sure. We'll sit down and have a nice chat.
I'll be in touch.
I'm sure you will.
Here's my favorite freelancer. Halleck wants to talk to you when you've got a... What are we up to today? What do you need done?
You want to eradicate? Then first you intimidate.
Freelancer, we're in here. Again. Hi. The Sentinels don't have the resources right now to fix these beacons, so appreciate it.
Well, things went so smoothly last time we worked together. How could I say no?
Funny. That's funny. I'm sending you the direct route now.
So, tell me more about these beacons.
Obviously, they help us monitor Scar activity. Preparedness is key, but they're also useful for those Arcanists we're constantly saving.
How so?
The Scars are always cornering them.
No, I mean, how do the Arcanists use the beacons?
Oh, right. The beacons collect information on the Scars. Movement patterns, other science things, I guess. Here's the first beacon to repair. I've got a signal, Freelancer.
One day you'll stop sounding so surprised when I get things done.
Will I, though?
Okay. Send me the next location.
One thing about the next beacon.
Yes?
It's in the middle of an established Scar camp.
Sounds like a fun challenge. So what do the Arcanists do with that information?
From the beacons?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what Scars are, where they come from.
Interesting.
Probably. This is the place. Time to do what you do best.
Flatterer.
How's it coming?
A little busy.
cars would buzz off.
Seriously? The area is secure.
I expected no less. Now, onto the beacon. I've got a signal. It says there are a lot of dead scars in the area.
Go figure.
There's just one damaged beacon left, Freelancer.
All over it.
The last beacon you need to repair is here, Freelancer.
Activated.
Signal acquired. Job well done, Freelancer.
Was that a compliment?
Wait, there's something.
What is it?
Now the beacons are active, I'm reading a massive scar presence nearby. While you're out there?
Say no more. How did we miss these scars?
They must be scurrying our patrols. With the beacons down, we have no way of knowing.
Good thing we fixed that.
Yes, this was very, helpful.
Was that so hard?
Yeah, scars ahead!
Val, there's Arcanist machinery everywhere, Bryn. What's going on?
I don't know, but these are definitely the scars on my readings. Deal with them now, talk later.
Okay, there's more now.
Oh, hey, yes, there sure are. Why are you stealing Arcanist equipment?
They can't hear you, but I appreciate the effort.
You're really very good at this part.
Thank you! got a bigger problem.
Is that?
A relic went volatile.
No fracking back. Good.
Got a few fragments back.
Good, but bad. There's more scars. Freelancer, get the fragments. Yes, fragment down.
The relic's gone silent.
Take care of these scars.
It's done.
Wow, that was a lot, but you did it.
That's what I do.
Tag this equipment for Sentinel recovery. Please.
There. Tagged one of the relics hooked up to Arcanist machinery for pickup.
What are the scars doing with all this? I'll see you back at the fort, Freelancer. Thank you.
day has finally come. We have all we need to find the manuscript. This is extraordinary. I can't stop pacing.
Let's find this tower you mentioned.
Yes, the tower. This is amazing. Should be in view now. The records describe it as a marvel of architecture that touched the clouds.
Okay, looking for a very big tower. Matthias.
There's nothing here. Where's the tower?
Oh, it's been a long time.
This can't be. This is Oh, my bad. I misread the numbers. At least the correct location isn't far. Arcanist ruins. That's a very good sign. They could help point the way.
Still no tower.
Find them and I'll see if they contain clues to a location. This looks like a map fragment. Unexpected.
Okay, I'll look for more pieces. So will this map point us to the tower?
I don't know. I'll keep working on it. There's part of a map here, but most of it is wrong. Some landmarks are the same, some are different.
Only one thing causes that kind of change.
A cataclysm. Why didn't I see it? I think I've worked out a location, though.
On my way. Still no tower.
I'm as confused as you.
Elias, there's a lot of scorpions.
Yes, this marker is old. Very old.
Can you open it?
Yes. I need more time.
Did I mention the scorpions? Okay, Luke's got us here. Now what?
It's an Arcanist marker. I bet this contains the other half of the map.
Can you open it?
Not yet. Stay close. You're looking for.
What does it say?
It points to a hidden chamber, deep underground.
So, underground chamber, found only by invisible runes, written in a secret language.
Can't be too careful.
Time for a swim. You sure about this?
It's here. I'm certain. Just be careful. This is all proven that very powerful people wanted to keep this secret.
Understood.
This would have been impossible without your help. The animals, this water, all of it. Impossible.
Let's see what we can find. There never was a tower on a mountaintop, was there? All that stuff
was to hide something important.
Well, you can't be too careful. Matthias, do you see this?
Freelancer, I think we found it. It's close. I can feel it.
What made you start hunting for the manuscript?
Somebody said it was impossible. I wanted to prove them wrong. Look out!
I see him! What's next? Now that those things are out of the way.
The manuscript must be further in. You have to push on.
Matthias, found a door, and some kind of strange mechanism.
It's all arranged in a calculated fashion. The sequence is important, obviously. There must be some clue as to the order around here somewhere. That's it. Excellent.
What's that?
I don't know. Take it slow.
I know. Be too careful.
It has to be up here. This has to be it. I've been searching for this manuscript for years. Never doubted it existed. Never gave up. That must be it. The final resting place of the Elysian manuscript.
There's some kind of energy barrier here.
A final measure of protection. Blast.
And I think I've provoked something. Something real big.
Elementals, watch out!
This has to be the most ridiculously protected book ever.
Get out of the way! agree with you more.
You've opened it. Let's see what we can find. I don't know much about ancient manuscripts, but this sure looks right. Thias, you there?
Yes, thank you. I'm so rarely at a loss for words. Thank you. This means so much to me. An end to one chapter of my life, and the beginning of another.